had nothing to say. You chose to walk, give what we had away. I hope you get what you're looking for, but babe, with me, you close the door on everything we could have been. Don't go thinking we could be friends. No, you can't bring us back from the dead. 'Cause when you know, you know. And when you don't, when it ends, it ends. When it ends, it ends. I really thought we might have been it.
What's up, YouTube? You know, it's about young boss, and I mean, you know, it's probably to that. Yes, or no, it's probably. Yeah, things are pen, year street. Yeah, guys, you will learn some more about what it is to be a pilot. I mean, how the process go. For us, though, you know what I mean? Of course, travel out, you know, it's like 20 minutes an hour, you know, across the island. You know what I mean? Look at some beautiful view and the city. At the same time, educate yourself and learn what's going on. You know what I mean? So, come with us, you know, while we explore this adventure. So at this moment we're going to the front decks, guys. So this video should be a very interesting one.
Good morning, welcome to the Aeronautical School of West Indies, where we're the only approved flight training institution here in Jamaica. If a person wants to become a pilot, this is the place to go. Whether you're in high school, grades 9 to 13, or you're fresh out of high school wanting to choose another career, or you've had a career and you've always wanted to be a pilot, this is the place for you.
Courses.
Right, so we offer private pilot training, instructor training, instrument training, and commercial licenses. So we currently offer 4 licenses. So in order to become a commercial pilot, which most persons have questions about, you'd have to become a private pilot, then an instrument pilot, and then a commercial pilot. What is a private pilot license? This license is an introduction to the airplane. So it gets you comfortable with the airplane and you're able to fly for leisure and for fun, as you're just getting used to the aircraft. Then, after you earn that license, you would head into your instrument training, where it's a little bit more technical and you'll be learning how to fly, such as flying through clouds using just your instruments, and then you'll head on to become a commercial pilot, which now makes you safe, comfortable, and competent in the aircraft. So as you can see, we have our high school aviation program. Now this program is specifically targeted for students grade 9 to 13. What this does is to introduce what we teach here in our ground school. So the topics that we are currently teaching here, you'll be learning this in high school. It is tailored to be on Zoom at 6 to 8 p.m. So when you get home or when your child gets home from school at 6 p.m., they're able to shower, have dinner, log on to Zoom. It happens 1 time per week, which is on a Tuesday at $1,000 per class. It's a 3-month course from September to December, and at the end, you'll have a certificate. What this does is to position your child in such a way that there'll be opportunities for scholarships, so they would have had a head start in their aviation career. By the time they leave high school, they would have already known a little bit about aviation and the topics such as aerodynamics, how to communicate with the radar, how to navigate using our maps and our charts, and how to communicate on the radio, how to read the weather, etc. So by the time your child leaves high school, you would have had a mini pilot already budding on the way.
Is there any certificate in this course?
Yes, there is. So there's a certificate of completion to say that, hey, John Brown has completed the high school aviation program initiative, and a list of the topics that they already have discussed.
So this course can take them where exactly?
Into our full-time ground school program. So once they're through with high school and they actually want to become a pilot, they would have had a head start. So most of the topics that we are doing here, they would have already done so in their classes. What this does also, every year there's a scholarship open for the Airport Authority of Jamaica. They can actually apply using this information that they would have already known to say that they have already had an interest in aviation and have already taken steps to actually start their career.
Does you guys provide overseas assessment in terms of, getting there one step closer to?
As in, we do everything here in Jamaica. You can actually become a private pilot, a commercial pilot, any type of pilot here in the island of Jamaica. But let's say you want to move overseas, let's say you're migrating, your license can actually be transferred. So there has been a common theory or misconception that when you go overseas, you have to fly over all your hours. That's not true. You wouldn't need to fly over everything. The Jamaica Civil Aviation Authority is a governing body for aviation here in Jamaica. Once you've completed your license here and you want to go overseas, the Federal Aviation Administration would actually contact us, the JCAA, and verify that you have actually completed your training, you have met all necessary requirements, and then all you have to pay is a transfer fee to transfer your license over, and that's all.
So what about that include job placement as well?
Well, we actually don't offer job placements, but once it is that you're completed your training here, you can actually apply for jobs, as that would mean that you're well-rounded. So we have a network of pilots here. Once you are trained in Jamaica, the aviation industry is growing. Majority of the personnel in the aviation industry here have a close network. You can network, market yourself, and actually apply for jobs here.
In terms of your drone courses, can you explain some more about that?
Sure, come right this way. Alright, so we have our professional and hobbyist drone course. Whether you want to use a drone to actually work with a drone, work with different companies, or you want to just fly a drone as a hobby, or you're a farmer who wants to view your crops or protect your crops, this course is actually perfect for you. Now we have the fundamentals drone course, and we also have an advanced drone course program. Application is pretty simple. All you will need is a completed application form, 2 passport size photographs. We have a school fee of $90,000 per person. But what this does, with this certificate, you can actually apply to major companies who will be interested in marketing and actually elevate yourselves. Believe it or not, in flying a drone, there are actually rules and stipulations in flying a drone within the Jamaican airspace. There are certain areas that you actually absolutely can't fly over, such as the military areas, etc. There are different schools and private properties that you can't fly your drone over. And there's a common problem that we have in Jamaica. Many persons buy their drone, expensive drones, and the wind just takes it away. With our course, you are able to fly your drone at the right time, learn to read the weather so that you're able to keep and secure your drone safely.
And the cost minimum of how much?
It's 550 US if you want to just learn the fundamentals, just to fly your personal drone. But if you want to learn how to take data, etc., you will do our advanced program, which is 800 US dollars. If it is that you have a company and you want to certify a group of persons, it's much cheaper and there are discounts for a group of persons per se.
Can you explain the two fundamental of the course of the drone?
Alright, so we have the fundamental aspect, which is the basic aspect. This is just you flying your personal drone, capturing good footage, the angles, reading the weather. There are different categories of airspace or air levels. You can know which level to go, where not to fly your drone, where to fly your drone, just flying your drone for fun. The next version is the advanced level, where some persons do surveying, such as land surveyors, data analysis, capturing data, capturing information. You have to be very tactful with that in terms of privacy, etc. So you learn the laws around capturing footages and how to use those data. It's a little bit more advanced. Yes.
Okay, so about the facility, how many students guys can accommodate at once?
All right, so you can come along. We have 2 classrooms that we actually use. You can come. All right, so before you even begin flight training, we have what is called a ground school phase of flight, and this is the classroom phase of flight. Then you would head on to your flight training aspect, where you'd actually be going in the aircraft and flying. This wall stands as a reminder as to how many persons have actually done their solo flight, meaning they've flown an aircraft by themselves for the first time. So they've actually used monuments from their actual pilot shirts, and you have their names, their date, the date that they did their flight, the instructor that taught them how to fly, and when they flew. So this is our wall of solo flights.
So you can call it, first say, as a wall of accomplishments.
That's correct. So each person here has flown an aircraft by themselves, being taught here at the Aeronautical School.
So how many instructors do you guys actually have?
We currently have between 4 and 5 flight instructors, right? We have a classroom setting here, which is our ground school phase of flight. We currently have our summer school students that are in the class right now, having some fun, having some downtime. I'll show you guys a peek into the classroom.
talked, you had nothing to say. You chose to walk, give what we had away. I hope you get what you're looking for, but babe, with me, you close the door on everything we could have been. Don't go thinking we could be friends. No, you can't bring us back from the dead.
So currently, we have a classroom here with our summer school students who are actually learning how to fly an aircraft, the fundamentals of flight, how an airplane works. So they all learn the theory aspect of flight, and then each student actually flies the aircraft at the end of their session. So that's what this is about. The rating for a course is pretty short. If you want to become a commercial pilot here in Jamaica, you can check out our accelerated pilot program, which takes you from 0 hours straight to your commercial license. So that will be through in less than 2 years. If you want to just be a private pilot, you can actually be through in less than a year. Ground school takes the maximum 6 months, and if you want to do full time, it's absolutely 3 months. Flight training lasts less than a year.
So what is this facility here we have here?
Alright, so this is a part of our hangar here, right? We have a little tug shop that we have on our maintenance area. That's on this hangar.
So these classrooms consist of what?
Alright, so this is our summer school classroom. We have ages 13 to 15, which we consider them the babies. Right now they're playing a game of Kahoot, doing some revision based on what we've learned about airplanes. Right, so the Aeronautical School of the West Indies actually have a fleet of flights where we own our own aircrafts, right? Most of our students solo using what we call a Cessna 152 and a 172. Currently, the 172 is out on a flight right now, and as you can see on our wall, most persons were certified on our 152, which is called November 25604. The majority of the persons here have actually flown their first solo in that flight owned by the Aeronautical School of the West Indies. And if you want to become a pilot here at the Aeronautical School, this is where your shirt will be, or your trophy will be per se.
Is it a government partnership owns or it's a private?
We are actually privately owned. However, we work closely with the Jamaica Civil Aviation Authority. All our licenses here are given by the Jamaica Civil Aviation Authority. The Aeronautical School trains you to become a pilot. However, your license is from the Jamaica Civil Aviation Authority. Just as if you would go to a driver's school and you would learn how to drive a car, the driver's school will teach you how to drive the car, and your license will come from, let's say, the Transport Authority or from the government itself. That's how it works. Alright, so I'm actually a student here, and my experience studying here has been quite exceptional. There are a lot of exams, there's a lot of reading, but flying is definitely rewarding. And if this is a career choice that you would like to choose, and if you'd like to become a pilot, here is a perfect place for you. Bye-bye.
Last time we talked, you had nothing to say. You chose to walk, give what we had away.